that help you be more intuitive in general with people when you've had to teach people that don't speak the same language as you? Do you tend to dial in on them in a different way and learn? Is there a technique or something you learned there that's different
Uh,
than maybe what most American instructors would know?
I wouldn't necessarily say, you know, intuitive. I mean, it's just you start to see certain correlations. So when you grab the student's attention,
Mhm.
um, they tend to pay more attention and learn more. Things they sink in better when you have their attention. And I think as Americans, a lot of times is what we do is we have we just think that the words coming out of our mouths are going straight into the ears and the brains of the people that we're teaching. And they don't realize that there's a potential that they may not be grasping 100%, because how often do we ask people like, hey, of the group, who doesn't understand what's going on? Who is really going to raise their hand? In general,
Yeah,
that
most
number
people
is
wouldn't
pretty
admit they
low,
don't
right?
understand it. Yeah.
So, I mean, you can
So you need to be able
clearly
to tell
ask
by
that.
just looking.
Yeah, and you can clearly ask that question, and then no one will raise their hand, but you can see like 4 or 5 people out there that clearly don't understand just through their
Mhm.
demeanor.
Mhm.
So that's one is, always try to grab the attention of the individuals that we're teaching, make sure that they're understanding, grasping, picking up what we're putting down per se. But
Mhm.
little stuff like that. The other thing is physical contact. I know that in today's world, physical contact. Oh, I can't touch people, right? And even in some of the instructor courses that I've been to, they say, hey, tell the student, is it okay if I touch you? Well, I kind of get that out in the beginning and say, hey, you're probably going to be touched in this class, and if you don't
Mhm.
like it, you tell me now.
Mhm.
But just a little push on the back of the shoulder, maybe a little push on the elbow, or maybe to pull the elbow to relax it or something like that, or just touch the wrist where it needs to be a little bit stronger or straighter. Those little tactile things go a long way for a student to
Mhm.
remember that. If you say
Mhm.
something to them and you touch them and you look at them and then you show them, you've hit at all three of those. So you're showing them,
Mhm.
you're touching them,
Mhm.
and then you're telling them. And
Yeah.
so that's what you want. You try to get as much of that into each individual you can when you're running multiple students.